y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So this part is going to be part 3 of how I create my invisible parts. It's going to be a very in-depth tutorial on how I do mine. If somebody else does theirs differently, that's fine. This is just showing you how I do mine. The hair that you're using, of course, some glue and some scissors. Hopefully you all have seen part 1 and part 2. I will have them in the info cards as well as in the description bar below. If you all want to check out that, or if you all just want to come see how I do this invisible part, keep watching. So this is the hair that I had left over at once I did this right here, this quick weave. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut this in half here. And then now, if you would like, you can go ahead and do your invisible part with the big pieces. And that's what I'm going to do on this side. I'm just going to use these big pieces. I'm not going to split the track. But on this side, I don't want it to be as bulky. So I'm going to go in with a eyebrow razor and split my tracks down the middle. And that's why I cut it in half, because it gives you a easier line to find. Now you want to be careful with this, because if not, you can cut the tracks in half, not split them down the middle like so. Okay, so like I said, take your time. I took my time. I did not try to rush. I did not try to speed. And I have 2 perfectly cut tracks. So I'm gonna zoom in closer for you all. So you can see me laying the tracks a little bit closer. Okay. Let's get started on this side.
Stop, I'm doing a video. Stop.
So once I measure the first track, being that my parting is primarily the same going all the way up. Once I measure the first track, I go ahead and I cut about 5 or 6 pieces that are the same to help speed the process up a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do, and then you'll see me apply them all like back to back. So these are my pieces that I just cut. Now I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on them. Okay, so I'm going to try to stay in the camera while I do this. And I lay mine straight. I do not curve. I do not put it at an angle. I lay it directly straight on top of the last one. just like so. And then I try to get it as close to the mm, to the last one as possible. And then, of course, I'll take my comb. Now, this part is not going to be this big. This was just a guide. So. Hopefully you all can see that as I'm doing it. I'm not using my camera with the viewfinder, so sue me if I'm not in focus or not, but I was trying. See, I was using my three times mirror, and I just couldn't get it in focus. So I had to switch back, and gladly I did, because that track was all wrong. Now y'all looking at like, what is she doing? You know, some of these are longer than they should be. Some having to curve them at the end. Not really what I want to do, but like I said, that I pre-cut them. The next round will not be like that. I'm just gonna go ahead and take that one completely off because it's not giving me what I need. And the other side, I am not cutting my wefts. I did it on this side because I did not want the tracks to be bulky. Yeah. I just didn't want it to be so bulky on this side. So you do not have to cut your tracks if you do not want to, or split your tracks. But I did. And then like I said, it's this braid right here that I'm gonna have to conceal on this side, like particularly. Because like I said, this side is my bang, so that volume is very well wanted and needed. But on this side it's just very lightweight. So we're almost at the top. And being that these are thin, you really want to make sure you lay these very close together so you do not see tracks at all. Okay. The only thing about this hair is it sheds like crazy. So be prepared to vacuum. Now on this side, it's not going to be as tedious as this. But being that I cut these, I split these need to be like, make sure they're very close together and in line. Now we'll cut this because this is not how I want the front at all. But I have used the 8" earlier. All of that up. Okay, well clearly that was my last track in regards to my invisible part. I know it doesn't look like much right now, but let's get the other side finished and we'll go from there. So I'm using the thicker side for this part here. So it should go a little bit smoother, a little bit faster. So let's get started. Okay. So next I'm just going to go ahead and create my closure piece. And I'm just going to take not even half of this. And I actually take my time with mine, so it takes me a little longer than probably some people. But what you want to get this stuff? Okay, so I mean, you're gonna do your closure how you normally would do it. You know, do it in the middle, and then take your flat iron and press it out. None of that changes with the invisible part. It's all the same. And I just do mine like this, so I can really okay, so I got it super flat. So now I'm just going to take some glue while it's still hot, because that'll make it tacky a little faster. And then I'm just going to go ahead and place it. In the center and press it down. Yeah. And you just want to make sure it covers all of the tracks that you have showing. And I'm going to press it down with the flat iron. And then last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and take my Got2b Freeze Splash Spray, spray it up there, and then add heat once again. And then I'm going to look at it once again, just to make sure I like how it looks. The only thing I don't like is there is still Okay, so to finish off the invisible part, I know it's looking a little cray-cray, but that's what happens, you know, when you do the invisible part on the cap and you don't use your actual scalp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all the hair how I want it exactly. Okay? And then I'm going to spray my freeze blast spray right where I did the part. Okay? And then I'm going to comb the hair exactly how I want it. Exactly how I want it. I didn't call you. And you see there's a gap in between. So what I'm going to do, just to clear all this up before I do my final step, is I'm going to go back in with that foundation just to get a clearer line and to remove some of that glue that was stuck right there. So just make sure that part is exactly how you want it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my rat tail comb and the High Beam Intense Temporary Spray on hair color in the color black. Because this hair is 1B, so, I mean, this hair is a 1, so it's not a black brown, it's a black. So, I'm just going to take my comb in the middle of the part, okay? And then I'm going to start at the top. Then come down. And this will get me the part that I want. The part came out okay, I guess. I was looking for my skinny rat tail comb. That is metal on the end, but I'm not sure what I did with it. So the part didn't come out how I wanted it to just yet, but give me time and I will definitely go back in and have that exactly how I want it. Oh, I'm getting it on my part. Okay, so yeah, once I can find my comb, oh, that just sucks. I can't find it and I need it. It's crazy. It's like once I find my comb, I can finish my part. I can't believe I don't know where that comb is. But for the most part, that's it. I just have to go in with my spray and make it a little thinner here at the top. Stop putting product on this hair because I don't want it to get weighed down before I even cut it. But being that this is, you know, Quickweave, you can fix it. You can change it. You can do pretty much everything to make it how you want it. But this concludes part 3 of this series. If you want to see how I cut and style this hair, please stay tuned to part 4.